are tuned into JMH TV, where the ships are real in our hearts, the drama is chaotic, and we have way too many BL opinions. I'm Haven.
And I'm Joyce.
And let's get into it. So, hi guys. You know, kind of missed you.
Not the kinda.
Yeah, so today we are going to talk about Pit Babe season 1. Well, we're going to do a nice little cute recap of season 1 and then talk about the new season.
Yeah.
Joyce?
So, season 1 of Pit Babe.
Wait. Before we start, disclaimer. If you haven't watched Pit Babes at season 1, don't even click.
Yeah.
And also, if you have watched season 1, then hurry up and catch up on season 2. Like, come on, what are you waiting for?
Because this episode will have spoilers.
Extreme spoilers. We're not going to be holding back on anything.
Exactly.
Okay? But yeah, okay. So, Joyce.
So we're going to be covering episodes 1, 2, and 3. And a little recap of season 1. Mind you, we watched season 1 last year.
Yeah, like when it came out, like when it was coming out.
When it was coming out, yeah.
Yeah, so basically I'm gonna tell you, okay, so here's what I remember, okay? Season 1, Babe is the main character, the alpha. And he has these special powers that his father really wants.
Yes, his powers are like he has heightened senses.
Yeah. Now, in my opinion, it was not the best out of all the people we've seen, but hey, they wanted it. Good for y'all. But he basically during that time, okay, how should I say this? Babe, they are race car drivers. Point blank period, race car drivers. And Babe, I don't want to say he uses it. He does use it when he's, racing, but I don't really feel like, in my opinion, I don't think it's cheating for real. He just has an advantage, honestly.
And I feel like his advantage isn't like something that like inherently like enhances his driving abilities though. Like, yeah, it might let him know when an opponent is really close to him, but it doesn't make him like an extremely better driver. Like, if you can't drive the car, you can't drive the car. Right. Them senses aren't gonna help you. Right. And yeah. And then season 1, Bae, like the whole plot of Pit Bae is just like race car drivers living life, I guess. Yes. What?
And during that time, Babe was he wasn't tied down to nobody, okay?
He was a playboy.
Yeah.
He wasn't bad.
Hey, he wasn't bad. What up, daddy? I'm my daddy. Hey!
But yeah, he was a heavy playboy. Had a different partner each and every night.
He stayed at them bars. Stayed at them.
And then, like, when he was with a new person, we'd call him, like, Bae's boy and stuff like that. And then, yeah, so...
Then you met Charlie.
Yes, Charlie.
I forgot how Charlie... Did he just come to the garage one day? Like,
so, Charlie literally was a fan of Bae, but he also knew about Bae's abilities because he was also one of the kids that was taken by the so-called father, who isn't really their father. He was definitely a kid trafficker, and he stole these kids with special abilities and tried to train them as assassins.
Yes, and only kept his favorite ones.
Exactly. And yeah, so Charlie already knew about Bae's abilities, and he was like a fan. So after they had won their first race, or like the first race we see them win, like Charlie follows Bae to the locker room.
Yeah, we have their first encounter.
Yes.
And
Charlie's like, I like want to learn from you. I think you're just like the best, and I want to be a race car driver too. And Bae's like, get out of my face. I don't even know who you are, kid. I'm not helping you. Like, I love your ambition, but you have to do this yourself.
Exactly.
And Charlie's like, I'll do anything if you help me.
Babe said, anything?
Anything?
And so I feel like we all know where that went. You know, if you watched it, you watched it. If you didn't, I don't know why you're still listening. But
you see a passionate scene between two people, and we'll get it there.
Heavy on passionate.
Yes.
But yeah, and then from there, I think Charlie starts hanging around Babe and stuff like that.
They officially become boyfriends. And then we like get more into the plot of like Bae's best friend Wei and him, like he was implanted into Pit Bay or X-Hunter, the racing group, for the sole purpose of getting close to Bae so that he can
get pregnant and have his child. Oh, sorry, impregnate Babe. Sorry.
Yeah, impregnate Bae so Bae can have a kid, and his kid will hopefully have his abilities. Because the father trafficker really, really, really wants someone with Bae's abilities.
He was obsessed with Babe, okay?
Yes, and it was like
obsessed.
Like Haven said before, like there were better abilities, guys. Like I feel like Charlie's ability is kind of cool. Like he absorbs other people's powers. Like I feel like that's cool.
It's cool. It get annoying, but it was better than Bae's in my opinion. I'm not gonna hold you.
Like I think Bae's like ability is cool. But I don't think it's like one of the coolest.
It's not like he's not the strongest or anything. He's not the most powerful. Like
his abilities just give him the ability to sense when somebody's coming or when something's gonna attack him. So that gives him like a heads up to be prepared. And that's like what makes
it can help if like he's in the middle of fighting or
like stuff like that. But it's like
is that really truly?
I guess if you think about it, if you're like creating an army and they have heightened senses, and then they learn all the other stuff.
That's true.
That's like all the fighting, getting strong.
But hey, whatever. But yeah,
just to like wrap up the recap because this is going longer than the actual episode.
Oh, you're right. But yeah, basically at the end they have a big fight, and the father is shot. Wei is shot and killed.
Yep.
And yeah, I think those are the only two people that were shot, right?
Yeah.
And then let's tell you the couples from season 1.
Yes.
So we have obviously Babe and Charlie.
Main characters.
Yes. And then we also have Alan and Jeff. Jeff is Charlie's brother.
Not by blood, but like by situation.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Alan is the head of the garage for X-Hunter. He is the uncle of the group, Alan.
We'll get more into that in this new season as they're like really more developed into their couples. But we have some thoughts.
Yeah.
We have some thoughts on Alan and Jeff.
And then they're not a couple, but they're a couple that we really want to get together.
There's heavy tension between them. And they literally, like, season 1, they acted like a couple.
Oh, okay.
Who are you talking about?
North and Sonic.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, who are you talking about?
I was talking about North and Sonic.
Okay, yeah. Because
when you said heavy tension, that's when I started thinking about Kenta and... I said, wait a minute. Are you talking about
No, I'm talking about North and Sonic.
Okay. But yes, North and Sonic. They were, like, they had so much tension season 1.
Yeah.
Season 2, I don't know what they did to my boy. What's it called? Who is it?
Sonic,
yes.
Okay.
I don't know what they did to my boy Sonic.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. But season 1, they were giving besties. They were giving, like...
Yes, besties, but there's something there, like...
Yeah.
But yeah. But I think those were the main
couples in season 1.
Yes. So, okay. That's the recap of season 1. Now let's get into season 2.
So, episode 1... obviously if you've watched season 1 then you already know kind of like the personality of Bae and Charlie and stuff like
Mama
that.
And Papa.
Okay, can we talk about how they call each other Mama and Papa? Like
you see, okay, at times I understand, but most of the time when they say it, I just be cringing
so
much.
Hard.
Like, oh my gosh.
It's so cringy to me. Like, I get it. It's sweet. It's like, oh
my gosh. This is kind of a side topic, but did you see, like, Charlie made a cake for Babe, and I did not know on the cake.
You sent it to me, yeah?
Yes. that it said mama. I said, you went to a store and asked for that?
Oh, maybe they thought he was getting it for his actual mother.
With the race car design.
Maybe she likes race cars. If I was the bakery owner, I would rationalize it any other way, but he's getting that for his boyfriend, okay?
Anyways, yeah. Just had to bring that up, but yes. Okay.
So, like, I feel like season 2 so far, I feel like there's, like, some, like, I don't know what kind of, like, plot they're trying to play with, but I feel like there's, like, a kind of dynamic between Bae and Charlie that's kind of giving toxic to me this season, like, in their relationship. Like,
yeah, I agree. I kind of don't like how Babe is talking to Charlie. You would think Babe would get his act together after almost losing Charlie season 1.
Yeah.
Like, you actually thought this man was dead.
Which was a big thing that happened in season 1. Like, Charlie basically sacrificed himself for Bae and the race car company and stuff like that. But especially for Bae. And Bae really took it really hard.
Charlie! Charlie!
He took it really hard, okay? My good sir was crying, depressed. Actual depression. Like, it was crazy. So you would think that with all of that, season 2, it would be like, I don't want to lose you. But there were scenes in, like, I think it was like season episode
wasn't it 2? Wait, because the scene I'm thinking about was episode 1, where they were sitting on some ledge and Babe was talking to Charlie, talking about some, basically because Willie had come and.
Oh yeah, I feel like we should probably talk about new characters.
Oh, you know, you're so right.
We're jumping around a lot, but
sorry. You know. But yeah, Willie is he's not the only, okay, so technically Willie's the only new person.
Yeah, that we haven't seen in season 1.
Yes, like that's a main, like, more relevant this season. And then we also have Chris. Now Chris, he's not a new person. That is Way's lookalike.
Yes.
Like,
he looks like Way from the head to the toe, face, copy, paste. If you've watched Vampire Diaries Doppelgangers, he is a doppelganger. They even use the word doppelganger in the season. Like, they're like, is that his doppelganger?
Like, mind you, Way's dead.
Yeah.
Shot in the ground, 6 feet under. Okay.
Or so they think.
We don't know. Hold on. We don't know.
But yeah, those are the 2 new characters. We have Willie, who is like a rival from a different race car company. We have Chris.
What companies? Is he in the same company as
that Kim was in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But he's just like in a rival company. And then you have Chris, who is
a scientist.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be like really like good at that.
He's trying to help Charlie and Kenta, Kenta is another one of the father's children with special abilities.
Well, it's Pete.
Whoa!
You got Kenta and Kim in the brain, bro.
Whoa, I'm thinking of.
It's Charlie and Pete.
Yes, I don't know why I said Kenta.
Kenta.
Yeah, Kenta is the ex-bodyguard, right-hand man of the father. He no longer does that. But yes, I was talking about Pete. Anyways, Pete is this one rich dude.
Yeah, he like has a lot of money, and him and Charlie this season are like focusing on making a serum that dissolves alpha abilities. Now, I don't know if we said this in the beginning, but this like universe is like Omegaverse, alphas, betas, omega, and then like what's the one called? Enigmas and stuff like that. So like that's what this whole universe entails. So they're trying to make a serum that dissolves special abilities in alphas.
If they don't want it.
Alphas, well, just anyone who has special abilities, because technically Jeff, Charlie's little brother, is an Omega and he has special abilities.
Oh yes, you're right.
Yeah, so I guess it's just anyone who has special abilities and doesn't want to have the special abilities.
You're right, because also Wei had a special ability.
Yeah.
And he was an Enigma.
And so is Pete, and he has a special ability.
Pete's an enigma?
Mm-hmm.
What's Pete's ability?
Pete can basically, like, I think his is, like, he can read your mind or, like, read your intentions or something.
Oh, yes, because he touched Chris when he first saw him.
So he can see, like, everything that you've ever thought or something like that. Like, that's his ability.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, just to do that. And also, Pete and in season 1, Pete and Wei has something going on. So this season, Pete is a little conflicted because he's seeing his
potential lover in front of him, but yet he knows the person is like he like was having stuff with or like having feelings for is technically dead, but then you see that person right in front of you
every single
day saying that their name is Chris and not Wei, and it's kind of like I understand the conflicting feelings because it's like technically Chris has a different personality from Wei.
Yeah.
But like that's still like the face. They still sound the same. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see like as the season develops if they like also develop the feelings for each other. Cause just cause Wei liked Pete don't mean Chris gonna like Pete. Ooh.
I know. I feel like Chris is getting a little,
it runs in the blood. They all have to like Pete.
In the face. It runs in the face.
It runs in the face. Yeah.
Because we don't know if they're related. We don't know how these two. I don't know.
So like in episode 1, I would say like the notable moments were definitely Bae losing the race to Willie.
Yes, I agree.
Willie's introduction. Now, what was your first impression of Willie?
I saw a fine man on my screen.
She's an guys. Mind you, Willie's on the enemy team.
Listen, okay, like even like when they were even introducing this dude and he was just in the car, all I saw was this man's eyes and I fell in love. I said, oh, this man is fine. Okay. But yeah, that was my very first impression. It was that. Okay, I saw a fine man. Anyways, but yeah, how about you? How was your...
So my first impression of Willie was that
yes.
Okay, so like calm down. Mind you guys, we did watch these episodes together, so you don't clog my tea. I also thought he was really fine, okay?
Right.
Like, oh, he was in that race car.
No, literally.
Rumbly, yum. Okay, he was talking about tick tock, click tock, click. I said, what do you mean? What do you want?
I'm saying.
Beside that, I think Willie is he's a sly fox. That's what he reminds me of. A sly fox. Like his intentions are not good whatsoever. And you can tell from the first scene, you see that man's face. He's so cocky and he knows he's fine.
No,
he knows he's hot shit. And I love that for that character. Like villain characters that also have like such like a niche personality. And it's not like their whole personality is just that they're evil.
Yeah.
Like, so I can't wait to see what Willie is gonna bring to this season. He's already brought a lot, okay?
And it's only been 3 episodes.
Yeah, from episode 1 to 3, he's been doing his big one. So yeah, those were my first impressions on him, and I feel like we've already talked about Chris a little bit.
Yes. I feel like a notable scene for me was how 5 minutes into the episode I don't even know.
Before you explain the scene, explain the layout, bro. You can't just be giving people I'm gonna do what they did to us. Just to like give some layout. So basically, like the scene just starts. And you have Bae having a nightmare of everything that happened, like Wei dying, the fight that they had with the trafficking father, and he was like
the car crash too.
Yeah, the car crash, Charlie dying, stuff like that.
Yeah,
traumatic stuff. Okay, and he like jumps from his sleep because it's a nightmare, and then Charlie like also wakes up. He's like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Gotta check on his mama.
He's not. Oh my god! No, because then
I think he did say something like that.
He like Charlie literally goes like, "What can Papa do to make you feel better?"
Oh my gosh!
And it was the most cringiest thing. And then you can take it over with the
whoa. Okay.
the explicit.
So, you know, then they do what they do best, you know.
What they do best.
Charlie just start getting all up on Babe. And then cut to next scene. We see a scene full of, should I say, full of flesh?
Bare flesh.
Bare flesh.
Bare flesh.
Bare skin.
Bare skin on bare skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I said, dang, this is giving a lot more than what you was gonna be season 1.
Yes.
And we're only how many minutes into the first episode?
Yes.
What?
They're really setting up what you're gonna get this season. Okay, they said we're not gonna be shy
at all.
At all.
And even behind the scenes, they loved it.
Loved it.
They loved that scene.
I love Pit Bay's behind the scenes because you could just tell that they're all having so much fun on set. Like,
yes.
They just love what they're doing, and I love that for them.
It's beautiful to see.
Honestly, yeah.
But yeah, that was a notable
moment. And then I think like that also goes into like the chemistry between the characters. Like with Bay and Charlie, I feel like from season 1 they've had
Charlie
chemistry.
said, "Oh, huh? You said they had chemistry?"
Yeah.
Oh yes, I agree.
They've had chemistry from season 1, and it's just the best. Like I don't know, like they have great sex scenes.
Yeah, they do.
And I feel like also like outside of like the bedroom and stuff like that, you can always see like Bay slowly gravitating towards Charlie.
Yes. You can tell like Charlie's the safe space.
Yeah.
And it's like that's, you know, as in a relationship, that's good to have.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like, but even though the relationship is cute in some aspects, I feel like even from from season 1, but from episode 1, you can tell that, again, Babe gotta learn how to treat Charlie better. Gots to.
Yeah, I feel
like how he talks to him.
I feel like that being said, like, just to clarify, like, Bay isn't abusive or anything. Like, he doesn't, like, talk down to Charlie. I feel like in their relationship, they, like, how do you say, like, I feel like Charlie feels like he's lucky to have Bay, and Bay low-key feels like Charlie's also lucky to have him.
Yes.
And it's like, we saw in season 1 that he genuinely cares about Charlie. Like, he loves Charlie. Like, when Charlie, like, when he thought Charlie had died, the way this man was crying, okay, you can tell he cares about Charlie. The thing is not that he doesn't, like, show that he cares either. I feel like sometimes he does. I just think the way that he goes about it sometimes is very self-centered and selfish. Like, he kind of puts himself, or puts Charlie in the position to always be the one to cater to him.
And also, it's like, I understand that you want the best for your boyfriend and you want your boyfriend to be at the top with you, but you can encourage him a lot better. Like, with the whole Willie situation, he was like, I forgot how he said it.
He basically was like, if you're not on top with me, I'm gonna find another partner, and it might be Willie. That's basically the gist of what he said. And Charlie, I feel like this season 2 has like a lot of insecurities stemming from him feeling like he's so lucky to have Bay, and like Bay's gonna leave him. But it's like, Charlie, bro, he's lucky to have you. Like, bro, like, I don't know.
Because if he were to leave this man would be in shambles.
He would be in shambles. He wouldn't know what to do. He wouldn't know what to do at all. Like, he would definitely not know what to do. And I feel like their relationship really needs to like evolve from just physical lust and stuff like that to like actually talking more about the problems that they have in their relationship and more about like their feelings towards each other. Yes. Like, they'll be like, oh, you're fine, stuff like that, but like they never talk about like deep stuff. It's very much shallow. And I feel like another point that showed was in episode 3 when he was talking to Jeff.
Like, yes, Charlie himself even knows, like, because I don't want to say too much until we get to that episode. Yeah. But Charlie himself knows that the way that they solve their problems is mostly just through sex. They don't talk stuff out.
Yeah.
And that is a problem.
Yeah.
That is a major problem.
And like, yeah. So I feel like hopefully this season they move towards, you know, developing
better communication skills.
Their relationship in like not the aspect of like sexual stuff or sexuality, but just communication, expression of feelings towards each other.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But yes, I feel like, so let's move on to episode 2.
Yes. So episode 2. I feel like we kind of already touched on what I wrote down.
How did episode 2 even start? It ended episode 1.
In episode 1, we get like a sneak peek, and it's like Charlie being like, "Oh, I smell an alpha on you."
Oh yes.
And they leave us on that cliffhanger. And then episode 2,
we're opening with the sex scene, wasn't it? Or was them waking up?
Yes.
Them waking up, and then Babe was making breakfast, and
no, that was later down.
Episode 2.
Yeah.
We didn't start with the sex or the
No, because Bae got bro. They were talking about what to do about Chris. Was that in episode 1?
Hey.
No. Episode 2 didn't start off with them having like sexual intercourse because Charlie, Bae went to the bar, and that's where he saw Willie.
Yeah. I think this all episode. That was episode 1 though. The whole bar. This was episode 2. Hey, then that whole thing. So what we just said, that was. You're right. Then that was in closer down episode 2. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So.
Dang, I just combined 2 episodes together.
And that's okay. Bae goes to the bar, and like this is like a key moment of the episode. Bae is like upset, so he like goes to the bar without Charlie. Charlie's at home, and he's just at the bar having a drink. And then in comes Willie. And his fine self goes stomp over to the bar, looking hot as hell. Talk about some. Oh, you're here alone, no boy toy. Your boyfriend isn't here with you. It's just you. And Bae's like, yeah. And what about it?
Bae's looking very annoyed. He do not want to be next to this man. Bro.
And Willie's like, oh, why are you like? He's like, why are you acting this way towards me? I'm such a big fan of yours. Like I've always wanted to be like you. And Bae's just like, good for you. Leave me alone. Like bye.
And someone's just trying to drink.
Yes.
Peacefully.
Bae gets up to leave, and Willie stops him.
And gets all up close and personal to him. All up to his neck. Oh. That was, yes, all up to his neck. And, like, can you back up? That's all I'm asking, back up.
And he blatantly says that he wants to sleep with Bae. Like, he's like, forget your boyfriend. Come sleep with me. And Bae's like, are you out of your lovable mind? Like, are you out of your mind? And Willie's like, what do you mean? Like, why don't you want me? And then Bae, like, goes, like, sniffs Willie. Because, mind you, his senses are gone. Charlie has Bae's powers right now. Because Charlie's ability is to absorb people's abilities when he's in close proximity with them over multiple times, days, or, like, multiple encounters.
He was with Bae multiple times in
very
close proximity.
So right now, Bae doesn't have his senses. So yeah, so he like sniffs Willie, and Willie's like, oh, I see you still don't have your senses. Now, how he knows that he doesn't have his senses, or he has senses in the first place, they don't really say. But Willie says that, and then they make a bet. Willie's like, if you can beat me, or I don't know who said it, but
I think it was Willie.
Yeah.
Because Willie was like, if you can beat me in a race, you sleep with me tonight, or I can have you tonight.
Or you come home with me tonight.
Yes, you come home with me tonight. And Babe agrees, and he was like, okay, if I win, then you get to leave me alone.
And stay out of my business.
Yes. So they go and race.
Yeah.
And, you know, Babe wins.
Babe wins.
And the agreement was for Willie to finally leave him alone But before that he leaves, Willie asks for a picture. Now for this picture, Willie keeps getting closer and closer and closer and purposely rubbing himself on Babe. And then Babe gets annoyed and pushes him off and then goes back home.
So, like, I feel like the racing scene showed, like, one, I feel like it showed that Babe can actually beat Willie.
Yeah.
Because, like, in episode 1, Willie had won the race and he had taken Babe's title. But I feel like in episode 2, Babe has the ability to beat Willie. Like, I feel like that's what it showed firstly. And then also I feel like the thing with the picture, he asked for a picture, Babe didn't even say yes. And then that man went, he said, and Babe said, like, are you good?
Again, in all those pictures, he do not look like he want to stand next to this man.
Like, there's, like, I feel like there's no area in Babe's mind where he's like, oh, I want Willie.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, one thing, I feel like another thing about Babe, he's very competitive and he loves to win. And you are a competitor to him right now.
Right now, Willie is his rival.
Yeah, like, the only thing in his mind is to beat you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah. But we'll see how that relationship or, like, whatever that is moves on. But yeah, Willie. Mm-hmm. And then Babe goes home. We go home. He didn't take you home with him.
Can you calm down? Jeez. A girl can dream. Hey, I can dream. Let me dream.
Girl, you gonna have to get in line behind Willie.
But anyways, yes, Babe goes home, and guess who's sitting on the stairs waiting for his little papa? Not papa, mama to come home.
Little mama. But yeah, Charlie looks so fine standing at them stairs. He kind of looks psychopathic. I ain't gonna hold you.
He was looking a little scary. Okay, sitting on them stairs, talking about somewhere have you been?
He was giving very much like trying to stay calm, but like also
crashing out.
Yes. Okay. And previously, like, let's talk about it, because previously before the whole picture thing, not before the whole picture, but when Willie posted the picture, Charlie had already seen it because he was already in the lab and one of the lab techs had shown him the picture. So he already knew who Babe was with. Mm-hmm. Now, Babe comes home. Charlie's like, where were you? He's like, I went to a bar. He's like, oh, why didn't you tell me? I could have gone with you. He's like, oh, I just wanted to be alone. And then Charlie's like,
I smell an elf on you.
What is this?
And Babe wanna lie. Babe wanna lie.
Bro, can
you
we
lie.
Why
do you lie?
Why do you lie? Like, what is the point of lying? Like, he didn't do anything wrong. If he had been like, I was at a bar, Willie showed up, I promise you, Charlie would have 100% believed him. Mm-hmm. He wouldn't have had any single doubt that Babe was lying to him, because Charlie loves that man down. So
that's cute.
So yeah, like, I feel like he would have believed him. So Babe lying was just so unnecessary, but that adds fuel to Charlie's fire. And Charlie's like, come over here, okay?
Yes. And then
he takes off his glasses and the beast is released.
Right on the stairs. Haven't even gone upstairs into their room yet. Right on the stairs. Not even on the couch, nothing. On the stairs. These people are over there having sex on the stairs.
Talk about some mama papa gonna make you feel better.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, so he takes that man right on the stairs.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like, honestly, the way that Charlie did it then, like, he turned Babe around because he didn't want Babe to look him like...
He didn't want to look him in the eyes.
Yeah. Because I feel like then Babe would have been able to tell something was wrong.
Oh, yeah. That was a great observation. I didn't even notice that. I was just like...
Yeah.
But no, previously, before this, I feel like all of their sexual encounters has been very much like face-to-face. Or like...
Mm-hmm. And then when he turned him around... Purposely. Hey, I feel like I'm forgetting English. Oh my gosh. But he turned him around so he wouldn't look him in the eye and tell that something was wrong. But yeah.
That was really good. I didn't even notice that, bro.
Anyway.
He's just messing around. I'm just like,
you thought it was just another one?
Yeah, I thought he just wanted a different position.
Yeah. I think he was trying to, like, kind of mark his territory, you know?
Yeah.
Be like, this is my man.
And put his scent all over him because he wants none of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
my
then,
man. Now,
anything else in episode 2 that was notable to you, or like?
Episode 2 is where, isn't episode 2 where Dean comes back?
Yes.
Yes. Dean. My opinion, they forgave that man way too easily.
Okay, I saw this like, somebody's opinion on social media, and I kind of agree with that. I feel like if they had the capacity to forgive Wei for everything he did and mourn him. Now, that being said, he did pass away. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like with Wei, it's much more like
riches.
Because I feel like with Wei, you can definitely still mourn him because you can mourn who he was when he was with them. Like,
yeah, before all the bad stuff happened.
Yes, because before all that happened, they were really close. Yeah. And, you know, still a part of the team. He was Bay's number 2 in the racing and stuff like that. So it's like, I feel like they still have every right to still mourn who Wei was when he was with them.
Yeah.
So, but Dean, he's still alive, well, kicking, and still almost killed them.
Yeah, I feel like with Dean, I feel like you can bring, I don't know, I wouldn't bring him back in the freaking, the thing. You
can still forgive Dean, but you don't gotta bring him back into your life.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I was like, they literally
forgive and move on.
They put that man back into the garage
with quickness,
where he works with cars after he had almost tried to kill Charlie and Bay using them same cars. I said, are you people good in the head?
Like,
you're gonna give him the ability to continue to work on cars after he had
messed with the cars to try to kill you guys. I think he messed with the brakes.
Yes.
Like,
and
what?
He like rigged it to explode. And you're gonna go and let him work with the car again? I feel like that's a bit, slow in the head, but
I mean, I guess now they're thinking he doesn't have a motive. Because back then he had a motive because he wanted to be a race car driver, but now he doesn't want to do that anymore. But still, he still tried to kill y'all.
Yeah.
But anyways,
yeah, that was also like something that happened in episode 2 that was just like notable to just point out and talk about. Episode 3.
Forgot how it started, but I do know Charlie was in the lab. I think they were testing a new drug on him, and Babe had gotten to because episode 2 ended with Jeff having what's that thing called?
He had a
vision.
Yeah, vision premonition.
But with this vision, he could physically feel it. It was like he felt the car coming at Babe because Babe got into a car crash and he could see that. But this time he could feel it and it hit him like a truck. Okay? So basically they're at the hospital now, and Charlie went to the hospital after they woke him up from the testing, which Chris did not want that to happen, but his boyfriend just got into a car accident. Let the man go see his boyfriend, okay?
Really?
Let that man go see his boyfriend.
That's literally what Pete said. He was like, so that's his boyfriend?
Yeah, like, let the man go see his boyfriend. But yeah, so they're all at the hospital checking on Babe, and then that's when Alan and Jeff get into a little disagreement, or get into a little, like, Alan is kind of, should I say mad at Jeff, because Jeff was having visions, but he wasn't telling Alan that he was having his visions back again, because Jeff wasn't having his visions since the ending of season 1. He hadn't been having any more of these visions. So
they thought it had been gone for a year, like he was able to control it for this whole year.
Yes, but when Jeff got them back, he didn't tell Alan, and then Jeff was telling them that he saw the car crash happen and it's been hurting him. Like, he's been physically feeling it. He's been getting these really bad nosebleeds, and just been in pain. And Alan was kind of mad because he was like, you're my boyfriend. Why aren't you telling me these things? Like, if you're in pain, like, I want to help you. I want to, do life with you. And you're not telling me these type of things. Like,
Yeah, and I think, like, this is a great transition into Jeff and Alan's relationship. Jeff and Alan.
Oh, so, uncle and kid.
Bay and Charlie have mama and papa.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Jeff and Alan who call each other uncle and kid. Now, why in the world you would go ahead and call your
significant other uncle and you're
a kid?
Yeah.
I feel like that dynamic is just so weird. And they also have a big age gap.
Yes. It's not like 15 year, like it's, like around 15 years. Jeff is 20 and Alan is like 35.
So they have a big age gap too. So it's not even like, oh, they're the same age and they just call each other these things. No. To Alan, Jeff is literally a kid. And to Jeff, Alan is literally an uncle.
Mm-hmm. Now, in retrospect, I really don't have a problem with their age gap like that. Mm-hmm. But it's just the fact that they call each other uncle and kid. Why do we have to do that? Why do we have to do this? That is unnecessary.
It even sound like romantic or endearing. It's like uncle, kid.
No, literally.
Like, okay. But yes, back to the hospital scene and like Jeff's abilities. I totally understand why Alan was upset, because it's like, if you want me to be your life partner, why aren't you comfortable enough with me to be like, hey, my visions are back.
Yeah.
And they're causing me physical pain to the point I have nosebleeds and I'm feeling like, so I got hit by a car. Because then they could have figured out what to do from there, or and like how to like protect him in a way.
Yeah, they could have tried to like speed up the process of the drug or whatever, because this is dangerous actually, because let's say you have a vision and the person who you're looking at is killed. Bitch, you're gonna die. Or you might die. I don't know. This is a problem. Like, you should have said something to at least your boyfriend.
Yeah. I feel like, the whole like situation with Jeff's like abilities being like getting enhanced or like developing, I feel like also puts tension onto like creating the serum and like putting more focus onto that, which I feel like is really cool in like the writing aspect, because it's like, oh, why do they need the serum and stuff like that if like most alphas want their special abilities? Because there are people like Jeff whose abilities evolve to the point where they're in danger.
Yeah.
And I remember in episode 3 when Jeff was like getting examined in the lab, Charlie literally asked them what happens if he sees someone die, and they were like, they're not sure, but he might die too, or he might feel the pain so extensively that he might die. And it's like, all of that combined with the fact that you didn't tell your partner is crazy work. Now, I do think Alan is pushing it a little bit too much.
Yes, because he was giving him the silent treatment. He was not talking to this dude. I was like, okay, you could do a little 1-2. Like, we don't need to go this far.
Literally.
But at the end of the day, I do understand Alan, because it's like, someone who you want to be in your life long term is over here like keeping secrets from you that they could be sharing with you. It's like, I'd be hurt too. Like, I understand you, Unc. But yeah, then let's go back to Charlie and Willie, okay? Because I said Charlie and Willie, sorry, Babe.
True, it's Babe, Charlie, Willie. It's a triangle at this point.
Yeah, because Babe is in the hospital.
Because he was the one that got in the accident in episode 3. Like, the person Jeff was seeing in the accident was Babe.
Babe's in the hospital. He's, in pain. And that's when you see... And Charlie had just come to see Babe. And then he left. And then that's when Willie comes in to come and visit his fellow
race car driver. Like, bro, you did not come in here and talk about stuff. Oh, I just wanted to visit you. I'm behind from my company. No, you were here because you wanted to make some mess.
Exactly. But Willie goes and visits Babe. Babe is not happy. Actually, it was kind of embarrassing because Babe was turned around. He hears someone coming in. He thinks it's Charlie. That's when he gonna be like, what'd he say? He was like, hi, Papa, or, oh, Papa, you're back.
Yes, he said, Papa, you're back.
And then, really,
oh my god, bro, that scene was so cringy to me.
I said, we not gonna look back and see who it is.
Mind you, like, what if that was just a regular doctor on his regular shift?
Literally.
Or a nurse.
Ooh, that would have been
embarrassing.
Ooh.
And then Willie's gonna go and say, yeah, Papa's home. Bro, you know you are a messy little sly fox. Like, oh my god.
In a way, babe broke his neck.
Like, the absolute annoyance that swept this man's face when he saw that it was Willie and not Charlie. He was just looking at this man like, why are you here?
Exactly.
It was just so funny. Mind you, this man is like, just got hit by a car. He's in pain. And then you see him trying to get up because he does not want to be close to Willie whatsoever.
Yes. And mind you, whilst they're talking, like something weird happens, okay? They're talking, right? Willie's on one side talking to Babe, sitting down on the thing. He gets up, whoosh.
He's on the other side of Babe's bed.
Just like that. And we're looking at the scene like, what just happened?
No, like, because, like, when you see it, it's like, okay, did the camera angle just switch? Or, like, how did he get from there to there?
Yeah.
It was just so fast.
Yeah.
Because it, like, makes you, like, think, like, okay, maybe I just saw him at the wrong angle.
Like, possibly he just walked over that fast. But even Babe looked a little weird because Babe was looking this way. He switched his head. Willie's on the other side, too.
Yeah, he's like, what did you... So, that leads us to a fan theory. That Willie's special ability is either, like, enhanced speed or teleportation.
Yes, there's teleportation. And then I saw people talking about another theory was that he could manipulate time.
Yeah. Yes. But I feel like the manipulating time one is a little bit more, like, it would be different because the clock didn't go back or forward.
Did it go to the clock?
No, but, like, I feel like if it was manipulating time, then, like, wouldn't it would, like, not just move him, but it would move the whole scene. Like, it would switch it back to, like, maybe Babe laying on the bed or something like that if it was manipulating.
But I feel like it was also it was so quick that you really can't tell for real. Like,
yeah, what it is.
But...
And then I also saw that the actor, Milk, was over here talking about, oh, Willie doesn't have any special abilities.
He's lying!
It was just a hoax. You can't fool us.
You're lying, Milk. You're lying.
We know what we saw. As a fandom, we saw it all.
Milk, you're lying.
Yes, like, you can't tell me otherwise. Until it's proven otherwise, I'm gonna have this theory in the back of my head. And the thing is, if that is Willie's special ability, it would raise the question, does he use his special ability to win the races?
Now, the way Willie's operating right now, he most
definitely does. And that's cheating.
Yes.
He's a cheater.
Like, Babe, he could get away with his, okay?
Yeah.
Willie, you can't.
Like, you're literally cheating time, like, speed, whatever, to make yourself win. Babe's ability was just, like, enhanced senses, like, oh, somebody's coming up behind you, speed up.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually put him at first place. That's his, like, race car ability.
Yeah. Because even if he didn't have that ability, you can still... peripheral vision. If someone's next to you, I'm speeding up. Like, come on now. Like, it's not that deep.
But yeah.
But yes, and then that's when Charlie comes back in because Willie is also again getting way too close to Babe. He loves doing that. He loves getting way too close to Babe. Like, back up.
Uncomfortably close.
Yeah. But when he's doing that, that's when Charlie comes back in and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And
he literally says it like that. Like, Thai.
Yes, but and then so that's that. And then I feel like another scene that's important was when Babe and Charlie were walking, and I think Charlie finally tells him that he's insecure or he feels like Babe is gonna leave him. Yes. And Babe reassures him and is talking to him like, hey, I want to do that, I love you so much, or whatever he said in that reassurance scene. But I do have, a little 1-2 to say about that scene, because I saw people on social media, they were loving that scene because they were like, oh, finally Babe is like reassuring Charlie and stuff like that, like this is what they needed, blah 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 blah. And I agree. I'm happy that, they were able to talk a bit more and Babe was, able to reassure Charlie and stuff like that. But, in my opinion, I'm sorry, it looked like Babe wasn't serious to me in that scene. I don't know, like, I feel like, I don't know. Sorry, girl. I feel like in that scene, I don't know, Babe just wasn't giving, like, he was very serious about his reassurance, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I totally agree as well. I feel like that scene gave, like, two different, like, coping mechanisms. Yeah, that's the word. Because I feel like they try to make it into, like, a joke. Not like a jokey joke, like, oh, I would never, why would you even think that? But Charlie was being dead serious.
Yes.
Your actions are making me feel insecure. You lying to me about where you were, the picture you think I haven't seen, the Willie in your room, stuff like that. You literally opening your mouth and telling me that if I don't ump up my game in race cars, you're going to leave me for Willie because he's better.
Exactly.
Things like that are making him insecure. Was that a moment to be, like, lighthearted? That was the word. Lighthearted about it? No, it was not. It was, you need to look your boyfriend dead in the face and be like, if you weren't by my side, I would crash out. I love you. And it was not a moment, like, I feel like Bae was trying to make it more lighthearted, because I feel like genuinely Bae doesn't like hard conversations.
Oh, yeah.
Conversations that are, like, require him to express his emotions to the highest, like, a degree. He doesn't like that, so he tries to make it more lighthearted.
But the way that his, like, Babe, you should know, the way that your boyfriend operates, you can't be lighthearted about everything. Yeah. You need to sit down with that man and, have an actual serious conversation. Yeah. Like, hey, I know I've said these things, but I don't mean it like that. I mean it like blah, 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 blah. But you're not doing that. You're trying to make everything as a joke. And it's not helping Charlie with his insecurities in any way, shape, or form.
They find as fuck. I would go hold you. That- Sorry, I only got her so much. Anyway. Pond and Pewee.
Girl, I'm not talking about that right now.
Charlie and Bae. Yes, I agree with everything you just said. I feel like also, I'm not going to put all the fault on Bae. I think Charlie as a character, he caters to Bae too much.
Yeah.
He needs to, in the relationship, he needs to put his foot down as Papa and be like, this is what I need. Because I feel like he's always, from season 1, Charlie has always catered to Bae. From his, like, if he loses a race, Charlie's there. What do you need? If he needs release, Charlie's there. What do you need? But, like, I need to see Bae doing that for Charlie.
Yes.
And I feel like even, because, like, right now in this season, Charlie's very involved in the dissolving serum and stuff like that. And I also, I feel like Bae is supporting him, but he definitely doesn't take it as seriously as Charlie does. He's like, oh, hurry up and finish it so that we can go on vacation. And yeah, they both want to go on vacation, but this is an important serum for all people with special abilities.
Exactly.
And the reason Charlie's even deeply into it is because he has Bae's abilities and he wants to give it back to Bae.
Yeah.
He's doing it for you, bro. Like, put a little bit more, like, I believe in you in it.
Like, Charlie, he's, his little Papa in the bedroom, but he needs to be Papa outside, in life.
Yes. Like, you need to
tell your boyfriend how you feel and stand on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was, like, some stuff that was just, like, I feel like they have, like, a lot to work with this season and a lot to, like, develop. And hopefully they have enough time to develop it. How many episodes? Is it, like, 14?
This season is going to have 13 episodes.
Yeah, so, like, 13 episodes they have to work with. And hopefully they get all of that.
Yes, we have 10 more episodes. They better fix all of this in the next 10 episodes.
And yeah, so something else I want to talk about is the cheating allegations. Before season 2 even started, everyone was talking about Bae's gonna cheat on Charlie. They were over here, some people, okay, as BL fans, I feel like we get very much involved in the, like, feelings and the scenes. I know I do. Like, I get so involved in the scenes. I feel like I'm there, okay? You're hurting, I'm hurting. But can we please not attack the actors?
Oh, yes.
Like,
people are doing too much with that. Like,
bro, like, these are actors. This is a series, and this is their job. There's no need to attack them. No need to be like, oh, if you cheat on Charlie, you're da-da-da-da-da-da. It's a show. It's a series. Please calm down. And yeah, I feel like, please just differentiate the difference between the two.
Because again, at the end of the day, it's a show. Why are you guys actually attacking this man? Like, he cheated on this man in real life. Are we serious?
No, literally.
Are we serious? Oh my gosh. Like, this man came on stage and he was crying. I said, what?
But yeah. So, we like don't even know what the actual main plot that they're gonna be having, because it's only been 3 episodes. So everyone just needs to calm down and just watch and support.
Yeah, it was even a theory. Like,
it was just a theory. They didn't even have any proof to back it up.
But people say one thing and you run with it. Like, can we please?
And then, like, I also feel like Pepe as a show I don't think I've watched any like Thai BLs that have had, or like any BLs actually that have had like an Omegaverse as like the main world, and I think that's really cool.
I think you're right. I don't think I've watched any.
Yeah,
I don't think I have. You're right.
Yeah, so I feel like that's like really like interesting, like an interesting world to play with. Because there's so much in the Omegaverse. Okay.
Like, and these ones, they even added enigmas, okay? Because usually it's just the big 3, alphas, omegas, and betas. But this one, they got the enigmas with them.
Exactly. So I feel like that's also really cool. And like, the first time I even watched Pepe, I was so confused. Because I think I found it randomly online. I was like, let me watch it. They look fine. And then there was somebody talking about he smells too much like an alpha. I said, alpha? Wait, what? And then I did my research and I was like, wow, it's an Omegaverse. I had never in my day, bro.
Yes, I think it was even Joyce who got me to watch the show in the first place.
Like an Omegaverse. You only see that in mangas. Yeah.
I wonder if this season anybody's gonna get pregnant. Jeff and Alan.
Honestly, because clock it, Jeff is technically an Omega. And Alan
is an alpha.
So they have the capacity. That would be such a fun plot twist.
No, literally.
Be like, oh, Jeff's abilities are heightened because he's actually with child. I don't know if they'll actually do that. But it'd
be so fun and so funny.
Before we end this episode, I feel like there's someone special we need to talk about.
Me?
Kenta and Kim. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Girl, bye.
Oh my gosh. My babies, Kenta and Kim. Oh, sorry. Kim, Kenta. Let me switch it around.
We haven't touched on them, and I feel like we need to. Like, they are the potential of this season. Not even. They basically are together in my head.
Okay, they finally met. Yes. Episode 3. I was waiting. Waiting for them to finally meet.
Episode 3, Kenta comes to Pete. Because, I feel like Kenta came to Pete because he thought, he's probably the most rational one, okay? He's not going to kill him off the bat.
Because if he went to Babe first.
Done. Babe would have been done, okay? So he comes to Pete. He's like, guess who's alive? The trafficking father.
Tony.
Who they thought had died is alive. So Tony being alive raises a lot of questions. It raises questions like, oh, are there special abilities where people can revive themselves? Oh, if Tony's alive, then what about Wei? Stuff like that.
Yes. And also, side note, in episode 1, which we didn't say, we find out that Tony has implanted somebody into the ex-hunter group, but we don't know who it is.
Exactly.
So somebody, or I don't know if it's specifically X Hunter or just around them in general.
Yeah. And
so,
he like says that he's implanted somebody, and this also goes back into North and Sonic.
Yes, because Sonic this season. Remember, we told you that in season 1, North and Sonic were bestie westies, inseparable. Like, love those two, still love those two. But in this season, Sonic has just recently come back from like a, what was it, study abroad? Or?
Yeah, he went to Paris.
Yes, he went to Paris, and he recently just came back. Now, after he came back from Paris, he's been acting very weird and suspicious.
Yeah, like, he's cool with everyone else, but he kind of like distances himself from North, which is strange because they were bestie westies season 1. I don't know what episode it was, but we saw him make like a phone call, and
episode 2.
We saw him make a phone call, and it seemed like kind of like a lighthearted, lovey-dovey phone call to somebody.
Yeah.
And then he like hangs up the phone when he sees North. But in episode 3, we see him also like cheering North on as he takes the wheel in his first ever race as a race car driver. And it's like kind of confusing. It's like, what's going on? Do you have somebody in Paris? Are you the mole? Because as soon as Tony said that there was like, he came back, Tony says that there's somebody around them that he's implanted. So it's like, who's that person? You've just come back from Paris. Is it you? It's a lot of questions around Sonic and North and stuff like that. But they're cute. They're cute together.
Yes.
I love good friends to lovers.
Yes, and I hope everything works out and is fixed. I hope Sonic is not the mole, because that's going to create problems, and my head already hurts as is.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, we have like some more developing couples in season 2 with like North and Sonic and Kim and Kenta. And Kim was also racing with Pit-Bay and X Hunter in episode 1. Then he decided to go back to South Korea.
Yes.
Because he just felt like he didn't want to be in Babe's shadow, which is like totally like...
Yes, totally understandable. Yeah. Because one thing about X Hunter is that they put Babe on a pedestal. Yeah. Okay, like Babe is their number 1, and even if they do get somebody else, Babe is always going to be their number 1.
Yeah.
Everybody else is going to be after Babe.
Yeah.
And I feel like, honestly, as a garaging company, it's okay to have your number 1. Don't get me wrong. Every garage has their like number 1 racer, but it's like, I feel like they're also not letting anybody else improve.
Yeah, or show their true potential. Like, what if somebody's actually just better than Babe? And they could help you win as a company. Like,
yeah.
So they need to work on that and stuff like that. And yeah, so we meet Kim and Kenta in episode 3. We meet. I wish I met them, but they meet in episode 3, and Kim has to change his plans because now he has Kenta with him. And
has to take care of his new baby.
And Kenta is so fine.
Okay. He didn't even say that in that scene, and I was gone. Like,
they have him in this little. They have him in this t-shirt, like body tight t-shirt, and muscles popping. Even the cast, when they were watching back that scene, they were over here hyping him up at the action shows.
Like, everybody was touching up
on their biceps. Like, oh gosh, it was just too cute.
Like, what's his name? Garfield.
I don't know if that's his real name or not, but shoot, isn't it Benz and Garfield?
Yeah,
I think.
And he's the bottom, so it's Garfield.
What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying, like, that's his.
We actually don't know who's the bottom or who's the top yet. They haven't said.
It's Ben's Garfield, is it not?
Yeah. That is the ship name, but shoot, maybe they'll surprise us.
I mean, shoot.
Episode 1, I thought Babe was a top for sure, and look at him.
Maybe it's definitely not the top.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to touch on or bring up, or?
No.
Okay, so just to like close things off for like whoever's listening, or like what, like audience or whatever, like just like a quick question or whatever. Oh, we can answer this too, honestly. Who do you trust the least right now from what you've seen from episode 1 to episode 3? Willie or Kenta?
The least?
Yeah.
Willie?
Oh.
You don't trust Kenta?
I also trust Willie the least.
Oh.
But that's also a question for the audience. Like, who would you trust the least? Like, if you've watched episode 1 to episode 3, like, Willie or Kenta? Because I feel like Kenta has done bad things, but if you've watched all the episodes, you can kind of, like, tell that he's changed his ways.
Kenta?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel like you can definitely tell that Kenta has changed. Also, another question. Who do you guys think the mole is in general?
Yeah.
Like, right now, there's only 3 episodes out. The 4th one's about to come out. As of right now, who do you think the mole is? I honestly really can't tell. Like, I can't tell you. Because I feel like Willie's too obvious. Like,
yeah.
it can't, like, that's way too obvious.
I'm low-key, I also don't know. Like, I feel like
I'm getting played.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting played so hard.
I feel like we haven't seen enough, but we've seen enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to think it's Sonic.
If it's Sonic, my heart's gonna break.
I feel like Sonic has another secret to hide, but it's not that he's gonna betray them.
He might just have like an overseas boyfriend. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, those are the 2 questions we have for the audience today. And that's it for this episode of GMHTV. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow, leave a rating, tag us in your BL recommendations. We want to hear them. And tell a friend who needs more BL in their life to listen to us. Bye.
Bye.
밤만 이렇게 타고 빛나는 너의 미소 시작해보